Alright, well, it looks like we're live. Yep, we're live. Today isn't going very well. The cap has been kind of hanging on a little longer than I thought it was going to, so storms are just now firing kind of to our southwest in Texas, near like Crowell, southwest of Vernon. Uh, we're just across the Red River in Randolette. I am gonna kind of nudge my way that way. I'm heading down I-44 right now, back towards Burke Burnett, and then I'm gonna head west. Uh, there is, to my knowledge, not been a watch issued yet. No, there is not. There has not been a watch issued yet. I don't know. Today's been kind of lame. Never really thought it was going to amount to anything, so I'm somewhat glad that my instincts panned out, but I drove all the way up here, so I may as well, make some lemons out of make some lemonade out of some lemons, I guess. Um, we're in Randolette. We've been in Randolette for like the last 4 hours. I've been in Randolette, I should say. There's no we. Um, I don't know. The cold front hasn't progressed very far. It's still 80 with dew points of about 65 where I'm at. So we're still in the warm sector. Um, hopefully, something happens. Uh, let me pull up radar scope. It doesn't want to pull up radar scope. Why doesn't it want to pull up radar scope? Okay, that's why. No source selected. There we go. Oh, my Stream Deck's not working. That's fan. That's fantastic. The Stream Deck isn't working. Um, that's kind of what I'm looking at. That's where we're headed. Uh, yeah, that's what I got. It's not much. Um, yeah, today's been pretty anemic already so far. Like, storms were modeled to have started to fire already. We're coming up on 6:30. We've only got about an hour and a half of light left. There's not a watch in place, and I'm pretty sure the front is going to end up undercutting a lot of this before it gets a chance to do anything. So maybe we'll see some hail. I really don't have any concern at this point that, uh, sorry, I don't have any concern at this point that we're going to see a tornado. Um, I'm going to restart the Stream Deck app real quick. Try and multitask my way through this. Uh, outside of maybe a favorable storm interaction, if something can stay south of the front, I think our tornado chances are pretty much zero. Um, and it's nice to see I'm still having issues with a lot of things not working in the car for some reason. I've literally been playing with the stream for 3 hours getting it set to start, and this is where we're at. But we're in Burke Burnett. We're going to head west towards Harold and the 287 corridor and kind of wait for these storms to come to us, and then we'll tag along with them until they do something. Let's see. I've got a bunch of people watching on Twitter, a couple people on Facebook, and a couple people on YouTube. So hi, everybody. It's nice to see everybody. The season's been kind of dry in Texas so far, and I have been busy with work and school and life, taking care of everything that I have to take care of. So I haven't gotten to do much. But it's always nice to be live and hanging out with everybody and trying to do some weather shenanigans, which there hasn't been a lot of this year. It looks like we may flip back into an active pattern next week. I'm basically working every day, so I won't be chasing. My friends will be chasing. My partners at Texas Tornado Hunters will likely be chasing. There's a lot of people I could rattle off, and I will save that for later, that are going to be better equipped to follow during the active stretch. But after that, hopefully like the last week of April, first week of May, my schedule lightens up a bit. I should be able to get out and do some more chasing. Looks like we may switch to a little bit of a more mesoscale, zonal flow kind of needle in a haystack chasing pattern, which is kind of what I like. It's fun finding the needle in the haystack and messing with the boundaries and storm interactions. I don't like crashing cold fronts, and I don't like megatroughs because it seems like they never pan out when I chase them. Basically, this season, 427 of last year during the day, 5-6 of last year, a couple days in 2023. I've not had a lot of luck with ETTS. I would like to get out into the Panhandle and do some chasing in the wide open terrain again, so got that coming towards us. Apparently my location isn't updating, so I'm going to have to manually... Oh, it's just not working. Probably because I don't have the app turned on. Let me turn that on real quick, and then we'll... Real-time IRL. Yep, it's not updated. I'm like, why isn't the GPS working? Because it isn't turned on. I am so smart. Okay. There it is. Warren Burke Burnett. Close the laptop screen. The camera's working. That's working. Stream is up. Texts are... Okay. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of stuff blowing up behind the front that is going to remain behind the front and therefore elevated and gross, high precip, hail-producing, nonsensical thunderstorms that I really have no interest in because I like to see tornadoes. I'm not a hail chaser yet. Eventually, if I get the opportunity to build the new chase truck, I will hopefully have it set up where we can do some more hail shenanigans, but replacing all of my windows is not something I want to do on a regular basis. So, yeah, I mean, not much has changed on the radar front. Yes, sir, I'll be safe. I guess I'll take 10 seconds to shout out our partners for this season real quick, just get that out of the way. I'm working with Sanctuary Laser Engraving out of Omaha. It's a family member's business. They do a bunch of laser engraved stuff, like coasters, magnets, plaques, you name it, they're pretty much going to be able to do it. They have an Etsy store. They're on Facebook. They're on Twitter. Sanctuary Laser Engraving. And then I'm also actually streaming on Major League Chasing this year. Again, this is going to be my first stream with them. I'm simulcasting over to their page. Geo has a pretty good team of people put together. And then I'm also working with Texas Tornado Hunters, a group out of Fort Worth, a couple former co-workers, a bunch of good people. They actually just opened their merch store in partnership with Jason from the Weather Store. So we have a bunch of merch up on the website, a lot of really cool designs. Our following on that page has been growing quite a bit, so I'm looking forward to see how they continue to grow and how they continue to evolve as I work alongside them. They've got a pretty good vision. And then I forgot who my other partner is this season. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody for right now. Yeah, Major League Chasing, Texas Tornado Hunters, and Sanctuary Laser Engraving. The caffeine hasn't quite kicked in today. Um, Other than that, not much has changed. There's not a whole lot to report. The streaming, I had the car fixed before the last chase, so it's been pretty plug and play. Um, I just finished this semester at school with straight A's. I have that to celebrate. That's kind of what today was for, is to celebrate the storm chase. And then I actually didn't have the feed pulled up. I'm talking to the camera and not even looking at the camera. Um, yeah, that's what I got. So I have to fix the stream title at some point because we're not in Oklahoma anymore. We're back in Texas. But other than that, we're just going to hang out and see how today evolves. Is the scanner even on? The scanner's off. So a watch hasn't been issued or anything yet. The threat really has not evolved. Pursuant to the way that it appeared it was going to. It's, again, the cap kind of held on pretty late. Um, it's gonna turn into a nocturnal threat. I mean, now that initiation's happening and storms are firing, the cap is breaking. It's just a day late, $1 short, and this high, thick cloud layer that we have in front of us is pretty good contributing factor. For anybody that's watching that doesn't know what a cap is, so basically, and I'm going to use a graphic that Storm Chaser Chelsea Burnett shared. It's on her Storm Chasing Facebook page. That's a great explanation of it. But basically, you have your upper level winds that come in off the Pacific. They hit the Rockies. They come down the downslope of the Rockies and then level off at about 7,000 or 8,000 feet over the plains. And that's where we get our upper level wind support. And then you have moisture that comes in from the southeast off the Gulf of Mexico. It kind of starts to mix underneath that. There's 2 or 3 ingredients for thunderstorms. When the sun comes out, it starts heating up the atmosphere. It raises the temperature of the water in the air and the air temperature. That kind of contributes to height rises and height falls and a lot of meteorological stuff. But the cap is basically like when you put a lid on a pan of boiling water. Not a lot's going to happen until you take that lid off. And the degree to which the lid comes off is the degree to which we have severe weather. So if there's no cap, the atmosphere is kind of free to just do what it wants. If you have too much of a cap, it's not going to be able to do anything. It's not going to be able to get past that lid, or that basically a temperature inversion in the atmosphere. The cloud cover being the lid in this scenario. So you take the lid off, you get storms. You take a little of the lid. And I lost the stream. Did I lose the stream? Maybe I didn't lose the stream. I lost internet for a minute. Do I have all my internet running right now? Is everything? I'm gonna turn the Wi-Fi off of the laptop. That should help a little bit. Yeah. There it goes. 100% drop. Still, okay. Maybe it's getting through. Maybe. Well, that sucks. The internet dropped out. I don't know if it dropped the stream completely yet or not, but I don't know. My confidence in today before sunset is dwindling. To summarize everything I just said. Tomorrow is kind of similar. The storms that form tonight are gonna eventually move into Texas and further into Oklahoma. The volume seems low. That may be better. I switched microphones again. So it's kind of the same tricky cold front, morning convection. Is there going to be a cap? Is there going to be too much of a cap? Messy synoptics that are going to hamper with how tomorrow plays out, but there's a similar risk for large hail, tornadoes, and wind across much of central Texas. So like, I believe it's just to the east of Lubbock through like Abilene to the Metroplex up into parts of Oklahoma, or to the Red River at least. I kind of see how tomorrow evolves. I'm planning on chasing tomorrow evening because it'll be relatively local, within an hour or two of the house. I kind of evolve. Planning on chasing tomorrow evening, an hour or two of the house. On. It dropped the Twitter stream. Technology. Yeah. So just a couple low stakes chasing days in front of us. Not a whole lot going on. Not anticipating a whole lot. I don't know why the person in front of me is doing 15 under the speed limit. I just realized that they are. Somebody's trying to pass me and mock Jesus because it's Texas and that's what we do here. Oh, now they get the let out. Okay. I don't know. We're going to go to Vernon, or Harold, as it is, right here at the intersection of the road we're on, which is Highway 240 and 287, sorry. And hang out for a few minutes, let these storms come to us, see what they do. I doubt they're going to do much of anything. They started looking good, and then they died off again. Looks like all of the feeds are working and nothing's actually dropped, so I'll take it. Let me recycle the Twitter stream. See if we can get that to go. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody heard any good jokes lately? You have, sound them out the chat, I guess. It's been a boring day. I could have just stayed on the couch. Let's get the stream chat pulled up where I can see it, because Facebook chat does not work on my laptop. We got 3 people watching on YouTube. Hi, everybody on YouTube. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps. Every little bit helps trying to grow this brand and get kind of how I see weather out there. I don't really see weather. That's the funny part. Yeah, they're really struggling. Switch over the radar for you. They're really struggling, and the stuff that's firing up north in the Panhandle is really, it's behind the cold front. It's not anything that we're going to be able to work with. We're more interested in this stuff that's down here, and it's not doing much of anything right now. It's kind of a bunch of messy showers. And the fact that SPC hasn't issued the watch yet, when they issued the mesoscale discussion about 3 hours ago, tells me that there's dwindling confidence at the moment. Let me pass this guy. It sure is pretty out here, though. It's also the greenest I've seen the Red River in a couple of years. I was talking to somebody at the Loves in Randolette. They mentioned that the pond, their retention pond, is full for the first time in a few years. And the fields are just actually pretty green, so we're in a drought. Most of Texas is in a drought, but it could be. I suppose it could be worse. It'd probably also be helpful if I would remember when I switch the stream over to switch it back, but I'm not doing that very well. Turn the webcam off for a minute, just because I make ugly faces at the camera when I'm thinking. And nobody wants to see that. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see how tomorrow plays out, too. I'm just glad I didn't drive all the way to Kansas again for this to happen. You know, not seeing any damn storms. I mean, there's worse ways to spend an afternoon, but this is definitely not how I wanted this afternoon to go. Am I bailing? No, sir. I am headed west towards Harold from where I'm at. I don't know if my location is actually refreshing. Okay, it still says it. Did I close that stupid app again? No. I'm still heading towards Harold. I'm gonna chill on this stuff for a few minutes and see if it does anything. I don't think it's going to, but I don't have a lot of confidence in today. I mean, I kind of think I said that from the get-go, but I was at least hoping for some like lightning or something. I got a new camera lens for my. Here, I'll turn the webcam back on. I'll show it off real quick. I got a new camera lens for my primary camera, my D780. It's a 24 to 105 art lens from Sigma, and I'm really excited to actually like use this and get to take pictures with it. As I specifically bought it for chasing, and I haven't had an opportunity to take pictures of jack shit yet this year. Um, I was at least hoping for some lightning or some exposures or something. I may have to just wait until storms show up in the Metroplex tonight and go find somewhere to hide out. But you know, we had 2023 and 2024, which were amazing seasons for everybody. And this year, unless you've been um, barrel stuffing, pine eating tornadoes in Arkansas, or you got lucky in Iowa and Nebraska yesterday, it's been a pretty lame season. And I couldn't chase yesterday because I was at work. And I don't chase Dixie because I don't like getting annihilated by a pine tree in the dark. Well, there's some cows. Oh, that's actually really cool. He has a bunch of the property off to my right. I don't have the 360 camera set up, otherwise I'd spin it. The property off to my right has a bunch of old rail cars used as, it looks like they're cattle feed bins or something. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I'm gonna switch back to the radar for a second. These storms are just, they got, like, they fired and they got super anemic really quickly. And then all of this stuff up here, closer to I-40 in the panhandle, this is all behind the cold front. So that's going to be your elevated, primarily hail producing storms in the cold air uh, for Oklahoma later tonight if the threat continues to materialize. This is what I was watching down here, this stuff to the west of Vernon, because it's still in the warm sector, which would have the greatest potential for a surface-based supercell to form. And again, it looks like there's still a pretty stout cap on the environment, so I don't think that's going to happen. I wonder if my location is just not going to update it. I may have to redo all of this stuff again. Yeah, it doesn't manually update anymore. Or automatically update anymore. I'm gonna have to go in and fix that. We're coming into Electra Herald off of 287. I want to. Here, let me switch the camera over. I want to reconfigure the graphics so it shows where I'm at on the map continuously with the radar. And I believe it's My Weather Radar came out with that feature at the request of Beer 30. That ain't no joke. At the request of, I think it was Brandon Kopic worked with them on it. So maybe, I don't know, maybe find a way to work that into the stream. As KeyCat, or even replace the write a script so the stream overlay, like the face cam and the map alternate. I don't know, just a thought. Clear right. Why this doesn't work the way it's supposed to, because it's supposed to automatically update my location every time it changes. Let me read access to user information, OBS status information, advanced access. I'll try user information, reset the cache. Okay. That may have fixed it. If not, I'll just have to go in and rewrite the interaction with real-time IRL later. Well, there's really not much happening today, which is unfortunate, but I like gambling, and can't see you on radar scope. My location should be reporting on Spotter Network. Hi, Josh. I promise I wasn't talking crap about Arkansas and all of the tornadoes like 2 minutes ago. Gilbarger County. I think that fixed my location tracking issue because I can see myself on my phone. We're coming into Herald right now. Looks like there's a little chaser party going on here in Herald. County Road 120, it's off County Road 125. Oh, yeah, there's a little chaser party going on. Let's go raid it. I'm on Highway 240.
Mid-40s.
Ooh.
North winds 10 to
Whoopsies.
15 miles an hour with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Becoming southeast around 5 miles an hour after midnight. Monday, sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 50s. Tuesday, sunny. A slight chance of showers in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 80s. Chance of rain 20%. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms. A chance of showers until midnight, then showers likely after midnight. Lows in the upper 50s. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, the chance of thunderstorms. Showers. Highs in the upper 70s. Chance of rain 80%. Wednesday night, showers likely. The chance of thunderstorms until midnight, then a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the upper 50s. Chance of rain 70%.
Oh, this road looks fun.
The chance of thunderstorms. Showers. Highs in the upper 70s. Chance of rain 80%. Thursday night, showers likely. The chance of thunderstorms until midnight, then a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight.
This is not a road to drive on during a thunderstorm, because I would get stuck. But it hasn't rained today, so it should be fine.
With a slight chance of thunderstorms. Highs in the lower 80s. Chance of rain 50%. You're listening to Wichita Falls Weather Radio, and here are 6 p.m. weather observations. In Wichita Falls, it was cloudy. The temperature was 78 degrees, the dew point 62, and the relative humidity 57%.
a little oil derrick back there. I may go back and take some pictures of that later.
In Frederick, it was cloudy. The temperature was 73.
No, the cold front stalled. It hasn't gotten through here yet.
Honduras, it was cloudy. The temperature was 68. The wind was east at 6. Observations from around the region. Skies ranged from partly sunny to cloudy. It was 54 at Amarillo, 80 at Benton, 71 at Lubbock, 83 at Dallas, Fort Worth, and 76 at Ardmore. Once again at 6 p.m. in Wichita Falls, it was cloudy. The temperature was 78. Flood watch remains in effect from 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening through Sunday evening. What?
Chaser Convention.
Rainfall continues to be possible. Widespread rainfall amounts of 2 to 3 inches expected, with up to 5 inches possible locally. Where? Portions of Oklahoma, including the following counties.
Oh, all the guys are here.
Carter, Cleveland,
Okay,
Cole,
I can work with that. I'm gonna go be social.
Garvin, Grady, Hughes, Jefferson, Johnson, Kay, Kingfisher, Lincoln, Logan, Love, McLean, Murray, Noble, Oklahoma, Payne, Pontotoc, Potawatomi, Seminole, Stevens, and Tillman, and northern Texas, including the following counties: Archer, Baylor,
All right,
Clay,
I'm gonna go be social for a few minutes.
Wilbarger.
I shall return.
7 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening through